Good afternoon, student. In the earlier class, we already discussed about the synthetic fiber and plastic. So, you might have seen driver of a car or a truck slowing down the vehicle at a traffic signal. We have to observe in your daily life situation. And you too also slow down your bicycle whenever needed by applying the brake. So, we have ever thought vehicles slow down when we apply the brakes or when we apply in the brakes. In not only vehicle or any object, when we apply the brake, it will be slow down. So, in that, any object moving over a surface of another object slow down when no external force is applied on it. So, when we apply the bicycle, when we apply the car brakes, it will be slow down. Why? When we apply the bicycle, when we apply the moving object over a surface of the another object slow down when no external force applying on it. So that means now the car brake apply ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸ್ಲೋ ಡೌನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೋ ಡೌನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಲೋ ಡೌನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ it will be when we apply the force, the no external force will be not applied. So the object in any object moving over a surface of another object having the no external force, it will be applied on it. So it will be finally it will be stop. Whether the car will be, when we apply the brake, it will be stop. When we riding the bicycle, when we apply the brake, it will be finally stop. Why? Because in this situation there is no any external force applied on it. So in this you will not see moving a ball on the ground stopping after some time. So when we play the playground, a ball will be moving. It will be applied when sometime it will be stop. So in another situation, when we step on the banana peel. So when we walk, we have to put on the banana peel. We will be step down. Andre beeltira. Yak beeltira? So in the another situation, why it is difficult to walk in a smooth and wet floors? ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಮತ್ತು ವೆಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ವಾಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? in this three situation we have to find the answer in this chapter, that is friction. In the unit friction, the topic is force of friction. So in this force of friction, we have to apply the brake of the car. It will be stop. When we walk the wet or smooth floor, it will be step down. And when we walk and slip when we step on the banana peel. Why? Because we have to the friction. Friction is ghर्षणे. So in this force of friction, let us perform an activity. So we have to assume that this is a table. In this table, we have to put a book. This book, push a book on the table. So this is north, this is south. We have to assume that when we step on book, push on the book in this direction. So the push on the book in this direction, it will be stop after some distance. So in this also repeated in this another direction. When we put in the north direction, we push the book. The some distance it will be stopped. Why? Because in the both the cases, the book stopped sometime, some distance. When we push the north to south, the book will be stopped some distance. And repeated, when we push the south to north, the book will be stopped after some distance. So in this we have to force must be acting on the book having opposing its motion. So when we push the south to north, the force of the direction will be opposite. In this north to south, the force of the book will be opposite direction. So that means ನಾವು ಈಗ ಬುಕ್ ಇಂದ ಸೌತ್ ಇಂದ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಸಮ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದೇ ತರ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂದ ಸೌತ್ ಗೆ ಬುಕ್ ನ ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತು, ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಪೋಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ force of friction. So the force must be acting on a opposing force, that we called as a force of friction. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೇಮ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಯಾಕೀಗ ಸೌತ್ ಇಂದ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಗೆ ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಸಮ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅದೇ ತರ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಇಂದ ಸೌತ್ ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸಮ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ force is always act as a opposite direction. So that we call as force of friction. So in this we have if you apply the force along the left direction, we have to apply in this south direction. It will be applying on the north direction in the same direction. When we apply the south direction, north direction, it will stop on south direction. So if you apply the force along the opposite direction, the friction acts along a left direction. So that means when we apply in the south direction, the friction will be act along a north direction. When we apply the when we apply the force, the friction will be act as a south direction. So that means, look here, when we apply the south, this is south, this is north. So when we apply the force, we have to stop in north direction. The friction, it will be acts as north direction. So in the same activity, when we apply the force in north direction, the friction acts as a south force. So in this, we have to, the force will be always act in a opposite direction. That we call as a force of friction. In the above activity, the force of friction acts between the force of the book and surface of the table. So in this activity, always act in a